I should have just ran the wrench. So I gotta make sure I know where these spacers are. And this is the 10. Alright guys, so we're doing injector swap today. So about time I get back at it and pick up a wrench. So we're getting rid of these, which are the 30-pound injectors. And we're going to be swapping them out for these newer style 36-pound injectors. So we have the bolts out, so we're going to carefully try and remove the fuel rail so we can get the injectors swapped out here. So carefully, there we go. A little bit of fuel, no big deal. I usually you can bleed off pressure. Usually there's on these second gen LT1s in the back, there's the fuel pressure regulator, and there's a Schrader valve, some regular like 3.8 V6, and other ones it'll be up here. Usually there's a Schrader valve around to bleed off fuel pressure. If not, you can crack open a fuel line carefully, because remember, that's at high pressure. You're talking, you could be at excess of 65 psi. Fuel injection systems like to run between 45 and 65 psi. So anyway, there's the injector. We're gonna get him out of here. And then we're gonna go ahead. I kind of screwed up here. I don't have a lightweight oil. So what I may do is this may be kind of, it's an oily. It's not oil, which should be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use a little bit of like a Armor All Protectant type material. It's oily. You don't want to put O-rings together dry. They will tear, they will rip. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead. We have that one in. And we're just going to go through here, wiggle them out. We have this one out. That we're gonna put a little bit of Armor All Protectant or whatever you have of that type of material. Vaseline works well for O-rings. I've used transmission fluid. I've used vegetable oil. Any kind of like a light oil substance. Now, I don't know if you heard that snap. You're going to hear it when I get over there. You want to hear that snap when you put the new one in, because then you know that the injector is seated. Because the last thing you want is to have a leak and you have fuel under pressure at 65 psi spraying all over everything. You don't really want that. So we're going to go ahead, spray, and then just work it around a little bit. And then go ahead and you hear that pop. And all we're going to do here is we're just going to repeat the same process 8 times. So it's going to be kind of boring after a while, redundant. But the performance gain should be well worth the trouble. So now I'm going to come over here and move some of this stuff out of the way. So these are stuck in a rail. So and you can take multiples out at a time as well. They're not cylinder specific at this point. When they're new, they're not cylinder specific. So you can do 2 at a time, 1 at a time. I like to do 1 at a time just so I can keep my head together about making sure make sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed when I do this. Because again, I've had an injector nut seat, and I had 65 PSI coming at me. It's not a fun time. All right, so we got 6 out of 8 done. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out, the last 2. And spray oil on these. Okay, that one snapped in. Last one. This is actually going quite well. It kind of scares me. If a job that I'm doing goes well, I get scared because that usually means I'm going to get my ass handed to me later. Let's hope that's not the case. So let's turn this. All right, so now the hard part. We got the injectors in. Now it's the thing of lining them up, all these injectors lining up to the fuel rail where the holes are. So here we go. And there's those are lined up. So what I'm going to do, so it holds in place, I'm just going to hand start the bolts that hold the fuel rail down. I don't know why it's not starting. Of course it's going to give me the, you know what. So let me start this one. Make sure we're in the right place here. So it could be that this has to be perfectly whatever. It's like I feel it's right there, but it's not quite catching. I may need to adjust a little bit. I mean, yeah, that's the one. Of course, you know, you're doing a live, and of course it's going to give you shit. So we'll come back to that one. So now let's make sure we have this side lined up. Here, got that. I think those are about lined up. And I think something's holding me up on this side. Those are fine. Yeah, those have to. Maybe it's this. There we go. There we go. Now we're there. Now, yeah, now that one will start. It was off that little bit. Like a 1/16 of an inch is all it takes. All right, so that's there. We can go ahead and hold that. And then put the last bolt here. Now, we have no way to test these because remember, we don't have the new ECM yet. However, these will help when the new ECM comes. So, what I may do here is use the socket just to kind of snug everything down. I like to use an X pattern, and this, like head gaskets, intake gaskets, and so let me just when I get this done, we'll have some we may have a story time. We'll see, but let me finish this up here. Make sure before I tighten everything down, I don't want to have anything happen here. This needs to be tightened as well. I thought I had that tighter. I guess not. Come on. I don't know. Is Sugar Nana checking in? I didn't see comments. I'm sorry. If she's here, I wanted to bust her chops a little bit. She was saying about with wiring. I was removing wiring last night, and she was saying something about the wiring under the dash of this. And last I removed a lot of wiring, and I still have a lot to go. I bet you I took almost 2 pounds of wiring that wasn't needed out of the car. So, alright, there's that. That feels good. Now let's do this. We're gonna let's go back up front because I tightened that one down. Again, I want to stay with that X pattern so that way it's consistent and it tightens the fuel rail down more square. Alright, so we'll do that. Now I gotta do this one yet. Alright, I think we're good. Now, we got the injectors in, so when the new ECM shows up, we should be all good to just plug them in, wire everything up, and we should be ready for, hopefully, a successful fire up with the new system. Now, I got to move some stuff here because I didn't realize I was in this disarray of organization, but I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I'm going to have you guys over here. I have you sitting on fuel injectors. That's not good. So we have you there. We'll get this out of here. Ew, I gotta find paper. Someone stole my paper towels because my hands are all, ugh. Not sure what letter that starts with. Don't ask me. I don't know. Jeopardy question, I would lose my ass. Anyway, I thought I had paper towels in here. Oh, you know what? I have these old shop towels from back before COVID. I hope they're still good. I think I got these at Walmart a while back. A while back. I got them before COVID. So yeah, that would be a while back, dummy. So, ugh. I hate that. Sometimes I don't mind that Armor All feeling, and sometimes it just simply drives me nuts. Get the sweat off of my schnoz. Nice. Now I have to pick up all the little baggies. They have all the injectors in their separate little baggies. So I got 8 of these baggies now blowing around my trailer. I'm trying to pick them all up because the wind picked up. So I gotta, you know what? I'll save the box. I'll throw out the baggies. I'll save the box and I'll put the old injectors inside the box for the new injectors. So anyway, come on, I gotta make sure they lay flat. If not, I won't have enough room to make them fit. We want them to fit, so they're not bad injectors. I could probably sell these to somebody. and they could use them in their LT1 or small block Chevys. So yeah, joy. All right, we're done. The job's done. I gotta take the garbage out. Anyway, enough of that. Time to relax and shoot the shit. So, how is everybody? Hopefully everybody's well. Hold on 1 minute, making sure nobody's... All right, we're good. Why is my shit crooked? I don't get this. Why everything is like so crooked lately? I don't get it. Anyway, it is. But anyway, so yeah. Yeah, I was... Lloyd was going to bring me a... was going to bring me a mini torch. I have some wiring repairs to do, and I was going to use the mini torch to on the connectors. I got those new. I forget where they're from, but they're butt connectors that you use for wiring, and they have shrink wrap. But inside the shrink wrap is the connector and solder. So you strip your wires, you put your wires in, you heat them up. I usually use a heat gun, but because I don't have electric in the trailer, I was going to use a mini torch that heats it up and melts the solder. So then it also not only does the shrink sleeve hold the wires, but then the solder melts, and then you have a double mechanical bond with the two wires plus an electrical bond. So I used them in the Corvette. They were great. I think they're good, and I can't wait. So anyway, that's what I'll do. Geez, so I'm looking here on the ground. I gotta do some cleaning. I got all this wiring I ripped out of the car just from whatever. I got this stuff's ripped out. Though this crap's ripped. There's a whole ton. There's another 2 pounds of wiring inside the car yet I didn't pull out that I ripped out, and I still got more to do. So that's going to be coming out just because we don't need it, and if I can get more out of it. Now, I did screw up. I think I actually cut a ground wire because my right side headlights are dimmer than the left side, so I might have to figure out a ground and rewire that, but that's no big. If I have to run as one ground, I'm okay with that, but I want to get weight out of the car. And I thought I heard something, but I did not. Okay, yeah, wiring come a long way. I mean, I see the crap that I did when I originally did this. What was it, 2000? I'm going to say 2007, 2008, I believe. I don't remember exactly, but it was that time period of early 2000s. And yesterday when I was taking it all out, I was just shaking my head as to, man, I was an idiot back then. I mean, I thought I was wiring the best I knew how. Maybe back then I was, but compared to what I know now, and now with working at Mack Trucks, you see stuff, you learn, la-da-da-da-da. So, needless to say, that all that stuff is gonna get changed and hopefully done for the better. We're gonna make sure we put everything, all the long wiring we're gonna do in loom. There's some other wiring I want to repair that's already existent on the car that needs to be, that's staying, but I want to repair it because I only had electrical tape like covering stuff. So I want to put these, I'm going to cut the bad section out and put that in. And oh, Sugar, you're here. I can't get there, but I was thinking about you. I was working on a car last night at 9:30 at night. I'm underneath the dash. I don't need this snip. I don't need that snap. Cutting wires out. So it was funny because I was like, you know, I think you made a comment yesterday about cleaning up the wiring under here from when I did the live, and I was like, I gotta clean this up. I mean, it bothered me, but even more so, I gotta clean this up because I don't need it. Yeah, And Corvettes are terrible to rewire. Trust me, my 85 is a pain in the you know what. So, and that's just, Corvettes have a terrible ground. It's a known thing. Their grounding system sucks. And it's just because the body's fiberglass, and it's just, and the frame, at least the frame on mine is aluminum. That kind of helps, but it's just this whole deal, whatever. It's a pain. Especially Corvettes are a pain. Anyway, that being said, hold on. I gotta write something down now that I think about it. So, all right. So, we got some wiring out of the car. There's going to be more wiring getting taken out of the car. We now have the 36-pound injectors in the car. We're going to be getting the Terminator X, the Holley Terminator X ECM wire harness, other harnesses, support software should be here tomorrow. That I might not do a live on because that's going to be a lot more involved with installing that, obviously. However, I may do one with unboxing and just to see the system and check the system out, check out the wiring diagrams and other cool, fun stuff. So, but this is one of the steps to getting us to make more power. We got to feed the motor. Obviously, according to Holley, the 30 pounds weren't even close. So, oh boy, I'm gonna have to go, guys. But anyway, I gotta wrap this up. For some reason Sharon's calling, so I gotta see what's going on. So yeah, I may do a live later today on the rest of this, or I may wait till tomorrow and see if the new system yep. So anyway, guys, that's it for today. I may do more work. If I do, I'll do another live maybe later today. But that's it for now. So watch out for each other. Take care of each other. We'll see you next time right here. Big E's. Bye for now, guys.